Hello and welcome. It's time for the weekly wisdom. Before I get all into the weekly wisdom, I want to let you know that the show is being brought to you by Astro-Numerologist Lloyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. This is an awesome app. This one that I actually use myself. It's great for letting you know the basics about who you are numerically. It gives you your birthday number. It gives you your name number. And not only that, it tells you what numbers are significant for you, what days on the calendar are the best days for you, and what days you should be cautious on. So make sure that you check this out. You can also get all different types of compatibilities on this app through its premium subscription. So make sure that you check it out. You can go to a star 8 ASTAR, the number 8.com, or you can go to Loy-Strayhorn.com. And please head on down to Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com for your business astronumerology needs, whether you're just setting up a business or getting started, or if you've been in business and you just want to make sure that you are aligned with success through numerology so that your business can thrive. And also check out the new book, The Business of Numerology. You can find that on Amazon.com. You can also get the ebook version on the website, and you can get the bundle. You get the ebook, plus you get a numbers to business playbook. And that's for those of you who intend to start a business but don't know what kind of business you should start. I give you a list of 100 businesses that would be favorable according to your birthday number. And I go over some other things too in that playbook. So make sure you check that out. Now, let's get into our weekly wisdom. First of all, for everybody, let me just let you know what the weekly wisdom is. The weekly wisdom is how we determine the energy for the week. It's basically what we can expect for the week. And I do that by reading the oracle cards. Today, I will be reading from The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And I'll also be taking an advice card from Sonia Chalquette's Trust Your Vibe deck. And I will give an affirmation at the end. I will first start with the universal reading, and it sounds just like it is. It's for everybody. And then I will move on to the birthday numbers 1 through 9 and 11 through 22 and the corresponding zodiac signs. This is how you know what your birthday number is. Whatever day you were born on is your birthday number. So if you're born on August the 4th, your birthday number is a 4. However, if you have a double digit birthday, like say for instance the 13th, you will have to simplify that according to the Vedic system in numerology, and you would add 1 plus 3, that equals 4. So your birthday number is still a 4. So we'll be using the primary birthday numbers. We're going to go ahead and get started with the universal reading, and I've already shuffled my deck. I just want to make it a little bit easier for you all. So we start with the yin card, which is a number 2 energy. Number 2 represents emotion. It can also, and that's the energy that I'm feeling here. The energy here 2 also represents balance. This is telling you that right during this time, it's time for you to balance your emotion. This means take things down a notch or two. We are in this 9 universal year, so a lot of people may be fired up during this time, but what this card is telling you is now it's a time to cool it down for just a bit. And maybe because we're going into a 2 month, which is an 11, and there's going to be a lot of 11s bouncing around next month. So it's talking about being able to also be compassionate of others. Is also saying sometimes you have to just lay low, be patient, and let things happen. That's the energy that I'm feeling. The energy that I'm feeling is that this week, quiet down and listen to what you're feeling inside and be understanding of what's going on in your world right now, especially when it relates to groups of other people. So, this right here is saying that it's time for you to cool down a little bit. It's time for you to be understanding of your own feelings and emotions and understanding of the feelings and the emotions of other people. And the second card is the 4710 card. And that's interesting because what the energy I'm feeling is because we're going and shifting into this one universal year. So the energy I'm feeling right here is that this going within, this being patient, being compassionate, is to savor your energy for this next cycle that you're going through in this one year. Oh, because you're supposed to do it big in this year. This is saying go the distance, go all out. And this right here is the perfect time for you to be preparing for that. And the way that you prepare for that is to go within, because next year you're going to be going out to get it. And you're going to need this rest. You're going to need to know that you're going to have to, even though the energy is revved up and pumped up for next year, that you're still going to have to maintain a state of being compassionate and understanding to other people. But take this time to gather your thoughts, gather your emotions, gather your feelings, because next year is going to be a very busy year for you. And this is the 44-8 card right here. And what I'm feeling with this 8 card is you're overthinking this. This is going to be simpler than what you even thought it was going to be. You may even be concerned at this point. This is why you're being told to lay low, be patient, go within, because you are thinking that this is going to be one of those years that you are going to be overwhelmed with things. These thoughts are the things that are going through your mind right now, and that's why it's important for you to go within. You can feel this energy, but it's like you're mistaking this energy. You're feeling like it's going to be an energy that is going to be overwhelming for you, but it's not going to be as bad as what you think it is. And with the 8 energy, the 8 is saying that there's a possibility that you're maybe getting depressed about this, or you're seeing things worse than what they really are. So that's why it's important to listen to yourself and be understanding of how you're feeling. And if you feel that you have that worry there in your mind, start now consoling yourself, saying that it's going to be okay. I can handle it. That's why it's coming to you, because you are the one to be able to handle it. And so the last card is the Yang card. And this is number 1 card. And this whole energy is telling me, and I never even thought I would be reading about the universal years. But what this reading is telling me is get prepared now. Go within. It's important because the number 2 card is the cornerstone card. Mm, don't forget to connect to your emotions. Don't forget to connect to what's in, because next year is going to be a big year for you. But the 44-8 card is telling you, don't worry. You can handle it. Just be patient. Just let things flow like water. And that's what the conversation is going to be about, letting things flow. Because next year is going to be that breakout year for you in some way. There's going to be something new happening in your life. There's going to be you stepping up into responsibility and leadership roles in your life. There may even be some business things going in your life. You may have to take the lead on things in your life. This can be in many different areas. It could be on a job. You may be getting promoted. This is the time for you coming up to sow seeds. But going into that, you need to be clear inside that everything is going to be okay. And you need to be able to, whenever you need to tap out for a break, to tap in to get to compassion. Hear what you're being told, the messages that are coming forth to you. So this right here is all about letting it flow. Things are going to work out great for you next year. And so let's go with the advice card. Mm, And this is the 12-3. This is more fire energy. You're the boss. So this means that you're definitely going to step it up a bit in the world. I don't know if this really is a boss, or you're going to be stepping up into some new levels of responsibility. There may be some new things happening in your personal life that's going to require you to step things up a notch. But this right here is confirmation that it's time for you to take the lead. And the energy that I'm feeling is still like that something with work or business, or it could be something with your personal burnout or who you are as a person. But this is what I feel like. You're going to be leveling up. Ooh, that's what I'm hearing, leveling up. Okay, so now we're going to start on number one, born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of the month, or come under the signs of Leo or Aquarius. You are a number one. 9, Treasure Island. This is what you've been looking for. This is number 9 is the wishes being fulfilled, dreams coming true. This right here is talking about, and the energy I'm feeling is, and there may be somebody entering into your life, or maybe there is somebody in your life that's going to step it up in a new type of way this year coming up for you. So the energy I'm feeling is that this is something that you've started and now you're finishing it. This is success to me in a certain way. It's saying that there is some true treasure that's going to unfold in your life this year. And it may be something that seems small to you, or it may be something that seems big. But the one thing that I want you to know, even if it seems small, it's just a tiny piece of a big puzzle which you haven't been able to see yet. And so also the energy that I'm feeling is this is a time for you to spread universal love. You know, this is where it begins, is what I'm hearing. This is where it begins. And that one year is going to be a universal year. So I'm hearing this is where it's going to begin. And each big manifestation starts from one single step from you. So this year coming up is going to be for you to plant the seeds. Okay. And so we're going to move on to the advice card. This is a number 22 card. Mm. And the one thing that I picked out of this card is At the top of the card, you see that infinity symbol? That infinity symbol is, wow, this is so interesting. And then it has the arrows pointing up to the body, like in the heart region. And unconditional love is what it is. Unconditional love. And a great way for you to be able to spread this universal love is through having meditation and sending that loving energy out to the collective. See, today, or see, the beauty is we don't have to see and touch everybody to be able to spread energy to them. You know, your visualization and your intentions and your purpose, start sowing those seeds this year for the collective. And now we're going to move on to the number 2, born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, the 29th of the month. Or if you come under the sign of Cancer, you are a number 2. By the book, number 2. And this is your card. So this is a significant card. This is a 11 card. This right here is significant because it matches the birthday number. And so the energy that I'm feeling is by the book. And if you see this, this goes back to the very beginning, and it goes to the cornerstone card, which was the very first card, the yin card, which was the number 2 card. And it's interesting because in that is talking about um things are going to be changing and to be able to go into a new year. And so what this by the book card is talking about is you're going to have to focus on being more compassionate. And we also mentioned groups in this. And this is very much important here because what this is saying is in that number 1 year, we talked about there may be a way that you're going to be the leader that year. And this right here is saying you're going to be leading by examples. Whether you know it or not, you are going to be a mentor for others. People are going to see the way that you move, and they will be moving the same way too. That is why it's important for you to love yourself. That is why it is important for you to maintain balance, and that is why it's important for you to be compassionate of others, because you are going to be the unofficial mentor for a lot of people. Even if you don't see it, people are going to be watching your life. And this is the elevation right here, watching you and your precision throughout the days coming up, also into the next year coming up. People are going to be able to elevate and grow. And that is a big deal for you, number 2. And let's go to your advice card. Fake it till you make it. And the energy that I'm feeling is this is the 9 card. So since we know that people are going to be paying attention to you. People are going to be following your lead. You know, don't wear your emotional baggage on your sleeves. You know, some things you need to keep to yourself and work on those things within, whether you're working on them within by yourself or whether you're getting a therapist or something else. But don't just proclaim these things to everybody because you do not want to discourage those that are your mentees or your proteges, because that may make them discouraged on their path and their journey, and that totally defeats the purpose. So don't wear your emotions on your sleeves, number 2. Now we're going to move on to the number 3. If you're born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month, or come under the signs of Pisces or Sagittarius, you are a number 3. The fates. This is the number 17-8 card. This 17 is a very fortunate number. The fates. So, wow, the energy I'm feeling right now for you, number 3, is there may have been some things that you have been doing. And it's not that you've been looking at these things wondering, when are these things going to manifest in my life? When am I going to see the results of these things that I have been doing? But this right here is reminding you that karma is energy. And no matter what that energy is, whether it's energy that we perceive to be bad or perceive to be good, the fact remains the same. You will attract that energy that you put out there. And the energy that you put out there, yes, it was very good energy, but this is going to let you know that you're fated to get this energy back to you. So don't even worry about when it comes or how it comes. It's so interesting. What this is saying that how you express that energy or the direction that you give that energy to, what you do may not come back from the same person. Let me try to give you an example so that you can get a clear understanding. Let's just say that a person comes to you and they need something from you. Okay, so you sow that seed to them, or they don't even have to come to you. You sow a seed into them. And some people will say that that person didn't return it to me. But it's not that karma is saying that the same person you did that for is going to be a blessing in your life. It's saying that blessing is going to come into your life, but it does not have to necessarily be from the person that you blessed. So it's not saying that this blessing is or your manifestation is going to come from that particular place that you sowed the seed. I hope you get this, but what this is saying is you're looking in the wrong direction. And another thing is you're looking. So this is what it's saying. Going back to our universal reading. Let it flow. It's coming back to you. The universe is saying, I got you. I told you I got you, and it's coming. So be patient. Follow the number 2 card in the beginning, the yin card. Go within. Be patient. Be understanding that it's not going to come back to you as soon as you put that energy out there, and expecting it to is really a waste of your time. And I'm going to have to talk to you all at another time about expectations and how they set us up. But your advice card is sound checking. This is your card. And this is the 12 card. I'm hearing somebody all in your ear saying, did you do that for this person? Because I can see that happening sometimes where a person at one point sows a seed for somebody and that person ends up doing well. And during the time that the person that sowed the seed initially really needs something, they're looking at that person like, I did this for them and they didn't even look out for me, And what happens is you have people in your ear talking about this because they like to put things out there like that kind of messes up people's energy sometimes, but you can't pay attention to those people. Those people are not the voices that you need to listen to. The voice that you need to listen to is the voice of the Creator, the voice that you're hearing within yourself. And what you really need to be doing is being patient, being understanding, and being compassionate instead of jumping to conclusions. So be careful of the messages that you're getting from others that may be boosting you to do something that you wouldn't ordinarily do, or think thoughts that you wouldn't ordinarily think about. Now we're going to move on to the number 4, born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month, or come under the signs of Aquarius or Leo. You are a number 4. Ooh, milk and honey, milk and honey. And this is the 6th card. Number 6 is an opposition number to the number 4. So the energy I'm feeling is I'm seeing that there's milk and honey here. But what we have to recognize is that, especially next year, we're going into a one universal year, and one is interchangeable with 4. And so it'll be a 1-4 universal year. We can't leave that 4 out. The thing about 4 is 4 is about strategy. It's about boundaries. 4 is also about being a good steward of your finances, setting financial boundaries as well. It's about working hard. But the energy I'm feeling is everything that you want to create coming up from here till next year. Number 4, it's already done. However, you just have to remember what it's like being a 4. You have to remember what is expected of you. 4 is about what you put in is what you get back. When I look at this 51-6 card, it's saying, yes, milk and honey is available to you. And milk and honey, for those who don't know, it's always considered like the best of the best, like you got it, but what this energy is saying is you get everything you need, but you have to make sure that you have a strategy in order. Your boundaries are intact, whether they may be your personal boundary, your business boundary, or your financial boundaries. And you're going to have to put the work in for it, number 4. And your woo-woo is wonderful. But don't worry about anything else for it. You got this. This is the number 1 card, which is interesting because this is significant to you, because as I said about that 1, it's the interchangeable number to the 4. This card is really saying you got this, number 4, so don't even worry about it. You've been preparing for this moment all your life, so don't even worry about it, number 4. And we're going to move on to the number 5, born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of the month, come under the signs of Gemini or Virgo. You are a number 5. Clean it up. 21-3 card. That's your opposition card, number 5. Clean it up. This right here is saying that it's time for you. Your emotions. Mm, your emotions. It's time for you to clean it up, because your emotions are causing you to do things that are not necessarily conducive to your growth. So what this is saying right here is it's time for you to clean your house. This is the energy of raising your vibration, because this is a 21-3 card. Your optimism. This right here is saying you got to change your thinking, number 5. If you've been thinking down on yourself, if you've been doubting yourself, and you've been feeling out it cannot be done, or you cannot do it, you need to go back to the cornerstone card where it talked about being understanding of yourself. That's a part of self mastery, knowing how to find out who you are and be understanding and accepting of that person, no matter what you find out, no matter what you see. It's saying this, the energy I'm feeling, oh my goodness, it's so funny. It's like a mother maybe my mother, but it's like a mother energy. Like, boy, you better get your chin up. Girl, you better get your chin up. Stop thinking that negative stuff. Go ahead with that. That's the energy that I'm feeling. It's like you can't be thinking in terms of chaos and expect great things to happen. It's time for you to clean it up within. All of those things that you feel like are negative in your life, it's just delusional. It's illusions. You have the ability to get anything that you want to. And I'm hearing get back to your best self, number 5. That's the energy on here. Get back to your best self before you move forward. And let me see what your advice card is. Ask your spiritual helpers. Now, this is the 15-6 card. Those ones, and it's funny that that mother energy came up earlier, but those ones that truly love you, get around those people. I have an experience that I have a family member that call sometimes and ask me to, because I'm much older, and they will ask me to tell them stories about when they were little. And these stories raise their vibrations. But that's kind of what you need. You kind of need somebody that's on your cheerleading squad, someone who loves you. And since this is a 6 card, it could be someone in your family, someone that you're in a relationship with. Have conversations with them. And also, even think about some of the positive things that they have said about you and some of the positive reasons that they are in your life to help you raise your vibration. And also, if that's difficult, study things that will help you raise your vibration. And we're moving on to the number 6, born on the 6th, the 15th, or 24th, or come under the signs of Libra or Taurus. You are a number 6. And you have the poised card. And this is also a 12 card. I'm feeling a lot of 12 energy. So the energy that I feel when I feel 12 is be careful of those who may be trying to misuse you or manipulate you into doing something that they want you to do. But this is the number 12 card, poised. Mm. This is also saying be positive, because when you're poised, you're self assured, you're confident. And that's one of the things that you're going to need in order to move forward. You're going to have to practice being confident. You're going to have to practice the energy. I'm hearing believe in you. Believe in you, number 6. I don't know what has happened. Perhaps there was a time when you did have that confidence in yourself, and someone may have, and this is a 12 card, kind of talked you out of that. And it's not that they said anything really negative to you intentionally. It's just the way that they said something that they said, and they probably don't know that they kind of made you feel a little down or kind of took away from your self-esteem. And this could be an issue of somebody that may have been close to you, number 6, and this could be somebody that could be in the family, but some kind of way someone may have slipped in at a point in your life that kind of took away your confidence and that made you doubt or not believe who you really are or the power that you hold within yourself. But this right here is saying you need to get back to your poised self. Everybody has an opinion, and what you need to know is that other people's opinions is none of your business. So they can feel about you the way that they want to feel, but it doesn't take away from who you really are. So make sure that you build that self-esteem and confidence back in yourself. And you may need this is 33 6 cards, 6 solitude. And this is significant to you because it is your number. And so it's saying, hmm, for the time being, just seek solitude from each area in your life to find out where that negative energy has come from, to find out who's made you lose your self esteem, to rebuild your confidence. That's what I want to say. Take that time to be to yourself and go back to that 2 energy because 6 and 2 both talk about balance. So this is a great time for you to balance who you are. Become aware of who you are, align with that, and stop caring about what everybody else has to say. And we're going to move on to the number 7, born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, or come under the signs of Cancer. Number 7, you got the soulmate card, which is the 41-5 card. And this also points back to that compassion, being compassion. And soulmates, a lot of times I know people think of it like the fairy tale, oh, my soulmate is coming in. But you already have one guaranteed soulmate. You know that? That guaranteed soulmate is you. You are your soulmate. So you need to be compassionate and you need to be loving to yourself. This energy that I'm feeling right here is self-love. This right here is saying that you need to take the time to also, and 7 and 2 go together. So 2 talks about reflections with the moon energy. And so sometimes you need to look at your own reflection just to see how good you are, just to see how powerful you are, how wise you are. You need to see the power that is within you. Become your own soulmate to get to know who you really are without any of the outer distractions. Find out who that is. Tap into your emotions and be understanding of what may come to you. Just let those things flow as they're supposed to, because whatever comes to you, whatever you hear, is a part of your journey and it's what's going to help you grow in the long run. And so, what your reflection card is the 31-4, which is to pray. And also, I'm feeling with this 5 is that it's time for a change. It's time for you to change the way that you look at yourself. When you change the way that you look at things, the things you look at will change. That is Wayne Dyer. Prayer, the 31-4 card. And prayer can be used in so many different ways. The way that I look at it, and especially because this Wayne Dyer quote came to me, another Wayne Dyer quote is, when you pray, that's your communication to God. When you meditate, God communicates to you. So this is saying, not only do you just wait for that communication from the source, you also make an attempt to convey what you're feeling to the source. Let the source know what you need. And not only that, also ask questions of the source. things that you need to know. What direction should I take? What should I do? And listen for answers. Just let things flow. Tap into spirit. That's what I'm hearing. Tap into spirit. There's a message for you. So this is time for you to tap into it. And when we pray, I want people to know that prayer isn't always like, um, can you give me this, God, or can you give me that? No, prayer should be done in affirmative style, affirmation style. Prayer should also be done in gratitude, thanking the Creator. It's not about asking for anything because we already have everything we needed. It's just that not everybody can connect to it because they don't have that direct connection to source. And so this energy is saying build that relationship with source. 8, born on the 8th, the we're going to move on to the number 8, born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of the month, or come under the sign of Capricorn. You are in number 8. And you got the number 2911 card too. So this is that higher elevation energy frequency. Breathe. And this goes back, I talked about 8 earlier with the face or worry, the worry card. But this right here is saying everything is going to be okay, number 8. I don't know, but it's the energy I'm feeling is that the number 8, um, if you're born under this energy, if you are born under that Capricorn zodiac sign, it's saying that at this moment that your mind could be full of worry right now, like you got something heavy on your mind, number 8. And the energy I'm telling you is you're going to have to let it flow. You're going to have to breathe. You're going to have to breathe. You know, it reminds me of somebody being in the water. At this point, you need to breathe. This is elevation. This is what elevation looks like, number 8. So if you're stressed out, you should be going within. You should be tapping into that patience. And you know about being patient, you know about being steadfast. So this is the time, and this is the time for you to also be understanding of whatever is going on within you, your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings at this time. This is a time to seek out, number 2, a therapist or someone that you can talk to that maybe can help you if it has gone beyond the level that you can handle on your own. But this is saying that there may be some worry that you're dealing with right now that you're going to have to change. And I hear, as I'm picking up this advice card, I'm hearing also that this worry can lead to physical ailments. So if you are at number 8 and you know that you have been in that state of worry, and you also feel as if physically there are some things that have began to start bothering you. You know that there is a connection because the mind affects the body as well. So don't play with this number 8. And this is the number 8 card, which is significant to you, and it's telling you to laugh. And you're going to look back at this and you're going to laugh at it before it's all said and done. Moving on to the number 9, born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, or come under the signs of Aries or Scorpio. You are a number 9. This is the higher power card. I'm trying to remember whether you got this before. And this is a number 4 card. Mm. To me, the energy I'm feeling with this card is saying that you have a higher purpose than what you can ever even imagine. And it's time for you to build on that purpose. This right here is saying that things are getting ready to go to the next level for you. And you have to make sure that your foundation is stable because the number 4 is here. But this is saying that you are very much elevating at this point. And with the number 9, we're in the 9 universal year. And so the energy I'm feeling is you've cleaned up a lot of things that you don't want to take with you into the next year. And that is important because it's helping you elevate to your higher purpose, number 9. So it's saying that continue to structure things, continue to build things, and know that what you put in, you get back. And the energy that you can expect is one of growth. But make sure that you're doing your due diligence, you're working hard, and that this is something that you are doing for the collective. And this is 24/6. Claim your boundaries. You got to know how far to go with people. You got to know when to draw the line on certain things because you don't want people to come in and take advantage of what you're building. So this is right here is saying that yes, you're building this foundation. You're elevating the people, but at the same time, don't let your boundaries become crossed. And that is so amazing because the number 4 card is here, and number 4 talks about boundaries. So it's saying that make sure that your boundaries are in place. And for the number 11, born on the 11th or the 29th, you are a master number 11, or if you're born under Leo. And this is the 23/5 card. And this is the peace card. This is a time to sow seeds and create peace and harmony. This right here is saying that it's time for you to realize that the peace is within yourself. And when we think about you, number 11, we know most of this card has been based on the number 11, which breaks down to a 2 if we want to find the root of it. And it goes back to that compassion, that discipline. And also, what I'm feeling here is surrender. Surrender. This is a time for you to surrender any negative feelings that you're harboring for anybody else, because at the end of the day, whatever you create is going to be based on your peace or the lack of your peace. And so what this is saying, the 14/5, call on your healer guides. So sometimes there may be things that may be more difficult for you to get over than others. This is a time for you to really go in and connect. And I'm going to also say, and this has come up to me several times in this reading, if you feel like this is deeper than what you can handle yourself, you need to reach out to a therapist, a spiritual healer, or someone that can help you. And the 14/5 card here is talking about some changes. And what I'm feeling is some changes that you're going to have to let go of. And this is like doubling down on the change because the card that came up for you in the first place, number 11, is the 23/5 bar. So there's another 5. That's a double dose of change. So There are some things that you're going to have to change within yourself. Number 11. And then we're going to go on to the master number 22, born on the 22nd, or come under Aquarius or Leo. You are a master number 22. And you have the 35-8 loyal heart card. This is saying that whatever you decide to do, whatever seed you decide to plant, whatever decision that you decide to make, stick to it. Be loyal to it. Pull out the energy of the number 8. Be steadfast in it. No matter what it looks like in the beginning, keep doing it. Continue to do it. Because what seems like a little in the beginning will grow to be a lot if you remain consistent, if you remain steadfast, and if you remain loyal to the dream. And oh, in order to do that, the 27-9 card is here telling you there's some stuff you gotta let go of. It's some stuff that you gotta let go of, because the energy that I'm feeling is there's a lot of things that you know that you're supposed to be doing, or a lot of things that you should be stepping into. However, you have not, because there are some other things that you're holding on to that you need to let go of before you can get to that level of loyalty and the things that you know you're supposed to be focused on. Let go of things that no longer serve you to make room for the things that you can focus on. And that is the overall reading today. And it's been a mix for everybody. And it goes back to that number 2 energy, which was the cornerstone card, the yen card. And what that means is it's time to go within. It's time to let things flow. It's time to be patient. It's time to do analysis on self. And once we get the answers to the truth of self, we need to be compassionate, and we need to be understanding to what we have, because that's going to be the only way that we elevate. Next year, moving forward in this month, all the way up to through next year, the energy that we are experiencing in the upcoming month is getting us prepared for the new season. Is getting us in that mode where we are well rested, because the next year is going to be a busy year for everybody. It's going to be a time to step out there and do things new. Now, we're going to get into that reading when we get closer to 2026. But for right now, we're going to focus on the energy right now. And the energy right now is telling you to rest, soften your approach, save and preserve your energy for the year ahead, so that you can begin planting the seeds that you want to germinate over the next 9 years. So let's go to an affirmation. So for the affirmation, I'm going to try one different. The fifth agreement. This is by Don Miguel Ruiz and Don Jose Ruiz and Janet Miller. This is based upon the book, The Fifth Agreement. And let's see. I came from the infinite. I come from the infinite. Every cell in my body is a universe of its own. It's intelligent, it's complete, and it's programmed to be what it is. Every cell in my body is a universe of its own. It's intelligent, it's complete, and it's programmed to be what it is. And this is from the fifth agreement. Once again, it says, I come from the infinite.